okay, so it's officially confirmed that the character that Senor Denzel Washington, for the upcoming Black Panther movie 3 will be David Monroe.
Ooh, Monroe. That last name sounds familiar.
Who in the comics is the father of Storm.
What's her real name?
Fuck.
You don't know Storm's real name?
Aurora
Monroe.
Monroe. Aurora. Yeah. So apparently, the contracted plot of Black Panther 3 is that the Denzel Washington's character will be looking for a cure for Storm's mutation, whatever. Worldwide, it will lead him to Wakanda, and the story will contact with the different will be held in a different form, and she will meet young T'Challa. And the story fucking fits.
Do it.
Marvel, fucking 25%.
Do it. I want the money.
25%.
Do you? Okay, let me explain.
Marvel.
Let me explain something. We mentioned this last year.
Yeah,
we wanted this. We mentioned this
right after Black
Panther. Right after Black Panther. We mentioned that we wanted this. So I would like something, Mickey Mouse.
Right.
Well, 25% plus 10% of all merchandise and royalties.
Secondly, do you see that storm? That storm is Bay.
That's the storm.
Do it.
Dude,
Do it.
Dude, listen,
they won't, but they can't.
Dude, they'll never.
It won't look like that.
Dude, they'll never.
I know.
Not in this movie, at least.
They'll never cast her. But I saw the what is her face? The
Jade Cargill.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
I saw the picture again today. I'm like,
he is Storm.
Damn.
So
he is Storm.
But they're lining it up like we were talking in the group chat.
It would fit.
Is lining up with the mutant saga.
Yeah, it's time to introduce them.
It's time.
Yeah, we're not seeing this movie until after Avengers: Secret Wars. Like,
100%.
we're not. Yeah,
exactly. But if we get this a young T'Challa now that
It's supposed to
Shuri
be-
is training, and
But he was supposed to be like a teenager.
Yeah, a teenager. That's what I'm
Yes.
saying. So you get a young teenager Storm, not Dr. Ooze Storm. Then you have young T'Challa getting trained by his mother, trained by Shuri, and trained by everybody else, and getting the herb.
dude. And Denzel, like, I feel like that's a good fit. Like, he's not gonna die off. Like, or at least I don't think he will. Like, I don't know. That might work.
Yo, listen.
If this is not the story, I'm gonna be really mad now.
Yeah.
So just so y'all know, like if this is not the story, I'm gonna be pissed.
100%.
Well, no, I won't be pissed because Aurora was supposed to come from a different African kingdom.
It's not following the comic. It's not.
But I'm just saying, like, she's supposed to come from a different African. I cannot emphasize enough the fact that they keep trying to steal away the fact that she's a goddess. They keep trying to, like, just power her down. She's supposed to come from another African village where she was worshipped as a goddess.
Why can't we have a strong black woman on screen?
What's the problem? What's the problem?
The thing is, when she first started, when she first knew that she had her power, she was in a cave. That's why she has a problem with closed, confined spaces. And in the comic books, that's the way it went. Her father was a Monroe. He was a scientist, and he was trying to find a cure for her, but he went missing. That's where the story is going to be different supposedly in this movie.
We'll see.
Because Wakanda back then did not take lightly to strangers trespassing on their fucking land.
I don't think they take kindly to it now.
No, they take better kindly. We have they have an outreach program.
You ain't got no invite, bro. You can't come through.
Yeah,
exactly. But back then it was worse.
What you talking about, man?
Back then it was worse, bro.
They were not invited to the cookout.
Your ass fuck around and be the cookout.
Let me see here. So we got a couple comments here on this. Let's see. Storm finally comes to Wakanda. Bring it. It would be tough, man. It would be tough. If Storm's in this, I hope this means they're bringing back OG T'Challa.
We need him.
Yeah, and
no, you're gonna get young T'Challa.
Young T'Challa.
You're not gonna get OG
because
they're gonna make them grow up. They're gonna make them grow up together, and they're gonna have a lovey-dovey relationship.
He said,
which would be great to see on screen.
I don't like Kid T'Challa. T'Challa's been in the game since 1966. You don't kill a legacy character like that. Kid T'Challa is a cop out. It's a tough situation because of Chadwick, though.
Yeah. It's the way they move forward without.
Yeah, they got to reboot this thing.
That's what it is. And like in my opinion, I would agree with you, but like it's so tough because Chadwick really did do such a great job.
I'm
gonna put this in quotes. Replacing him as to me, I don't know that anybody's gonna want to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like I mean, like sure, somebody
it
will
has to be a young actor. That's what
right.
I'm saying. It has to be a young actor that people will not hate.
But we know people hate people regardless. They don't care how old you are.
I wavered back and forth with this constantly because everybody, you know, at one point everybody was recast T'Challa, and I'm just still like, I get it. I know that Chadwick passed away. What is it? 2 years now, which is crazy. Something like that. 2-3 years ago.
Yeah. Hold on a second. Shut up, Charles. Because just. Charles and I constantly bicker about
it's a back and forth though. It really is.
Team recast. I'm like team recast, but just chill for a minute.
Look, I was almost a part of team. I was a part of team recast for a moment, but then you get projects like The Crow, and then you realize that when a person plays a character and that character becomes iconic and synonymous with that person,
that is true.
You can't just recast them as that same thing. Now, is it a T'Challa? Yeah, it's a T'Challa, but it's not the T'Challa. Like, and I can live with that explanation.
And it's in his bloodline, direct.
Yeah, I mean, like, I just the more I thought about it, I was just like, yo, like Chadwick did such a great job at his tragic passing so suddenly. I'm just like, I don't want them to recast him at this point. Like, that's how much I feel he was such a great.
The impact that man had, like that impact that man had in fucking 3 movies,
and that's
movies, it was fucking.
And that's not me. That's not me sitting here. Another great actor couldn't replace him as T'Challa. They could, but like I don't want them to. That's my point. Like I don't want them to do it.
Yeah,
that's where I'm at right now. You know what I'm saying? Like,
listen, somebody has to
call me soft. Like, it's fine. Call me soft. I don't know.
Oh, you're not soft for that statement.
I love like Chadwick. Let me. I'm sorry, Chase, to cut you off. I just to me. This is just me. I'm gonna really go soft for a second. Chadwick was such a good fucking person. Forget how good he was. He was such a good person at heart. The shit that he did outside of his acting career, I like have such an admiration for him as a person that I almost want them to like cement his legacy that was his Black Panther. That's where I'm at. That's because of my love for Marvel and how much I loved how he was and the person he was. Right. Speakings at schools, inspiring youth. He never, bro. To me, listen, I'm one of those people that like no matter what genre you talk about, because I'm sorry, I'm gonna go off on a little tangent here. Whether you talk about sports, whether you talk about like I like good people. I love good people. Like I love people who this is a guy who was sick for years and didn't say anything to anybody and just let it happen.
And he worked
and worked through it and didn't say shit to anybody. Didn't bitch, didn't moan. Showed up to set sick. Like that's the guy. You know what I'm saying? Legacy that character. That's where I'm at. That's my 2 cents on the whole thing. Like he's such a good person at heart. He was such a good person at heart that I'm like, yo, I just want that character. Like, give me a young T'Challa. I'm in. I'm good. I vibe with it. It's fine. But anyway, I digress. I'll get off the
I mean, listen, we all felt this, and this is why my opinion in the beginning was to not recast him right away because Black Panther was more than a movie. Mm-hmm. Like we all loved it as comic book nerds. We loved it. But when it spilled out into the general public and people having Wakanda parties with people who just come in African print and so people are going to see the movie in African print. Black Panther II, Wakanda Forever. So black sororities and fraternities were literally renting out the theaters and you would come in print and whatnot. So it's the reach that he had out beyond the movie where he was touching the people. When they did the funeral for T'Challa, you could hear a mouse piss on cotton, and nobody said anything. Nobody was even breathing and whatnot. But so his legacy is cemented in that already. But at this point, we have to put somebody else in the suit and move forward and whatnot, because this character has done and needs to do so much more. That connection with him and Storm, oh my God, like that's a spin-off in the universe of its own.
It is. No, I agree with you.
And I gotta say one thing: fuck you, Bucky, and fuck you, Captain America. You cocksuckers, both of you assholes. Fuck both of you. Fuck you with the vibranium fucking arm. That's why I feel about it. Because the motherfucker gave you sanction, he gave you sanctuary, and both of you cocksuckers weren't even at the fucking funeral.
Tell him why you mad, son.
Fuck you.
Tell him why you mad.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Do you know how much Chris cost for the budget? We learned this in Deadpool and Wolverine.
Literally.
Fuck them.
I hear you though. Now they should have
Disney and fuck you Marvel for doing that.
They should have had more people involved in that. I agree with that fully. Let me see here. So I got a couple comments. Let's see. If you guys agree with Kid T'Challa, that's cool. I've been a fan of T'Challa before Chadwick, just not fair to the fans who love OG T'Challa. I get it, bro. I just think that like them naming the kid T'Challa again, like to me, it's literally is going to be a continuation, but it's just them saying they're not going to throw somebody in the suit directly behind him as a, you know what I'm saying? Like
they're going to use the reboot.
That's my point. Yeah. Like I don't hate that approach. Like I don't know, maybe it's just me. I just don't hate that approach though.
I'm good with that.
Yeah.
Especially now.
How else do you do it? You know what I mean?
Especially now you're talking about teenagers, and you're talking about the fact that you're going to have him and Storm protect. Like I want that story so badly.
That's awesome.
And you couldn't truly do that with, let's say, Chadwick was still around.
Mm-hmm.
Like you would have to jump into the middle of that story.
Well, not even that though, because he had a baby with what's her name? Well,
yeah, but I mean, I'm just saying, like,
Nakia?
Like that wouldn't have been, that wouldn't have been the plot line though.
You know what I'm saying?
That wouldn't have been the plot line. But if they want to bring Storm, like you couldn't show them coming up together. You couldn't show what you could.
Oh, you muted. I think you hit your button.
Hey, that's mine. Cut it out.
No, you did something to your mic.
Check your wires.
You did something to your mic, bro.
Oh, wait, are you back?
Merch still coming soon.
Yeah, you went out.
You went completely out.
Myself, am I back?
Oh, you're back now.
Back now. There you go.
I hit the plug. I got too excited.
I mean, you saw Storm in that black suit. I get excited too.
Ooh, Lord.
Lord.
Put that
Lord.
But this is the thing with the whole Black Panther and Storm. We need, and this shows a hierarchy of how strong Wakanda is and how deep this story goes, and to the new
wrong one.
and to the new Wakanda story and Black Panther story, which is fucking horrible. But I have a beef with that one. But I can't have this character die in Marvel. Can't. He means too much.
T'Challa? Oh, I agree. Yeah.
He means way too much to the culture.
I
can't. I need somebody worthy enough. And I'm talking about, this is like replacing Hugh Jackman. You got to get a fucking actor to do this shit.
Yeah.
That's why they won't. He'll be a kid.
Exactly. Yeah. Try to mitigate the heat and the hate that he will get for playing this role.
I mean, listen, as time goes on, you know, unfortunately, people will, the experience that most people have will dissipate.
I don't
know. By the time you get 6, 7, 8 years in, the people will be looking forward to seeing that character. Hopefully, superhero movies don't go anywhere.
Look at the Crow, bro. Nah, look at the Crow. Look at the Crow.
You saw T'Challa.
That's 94.
How he whooped Bucky's ass in Secret fucking Civil War.
He did whoop
everybody.
He did whoop his ass.
Yeah. People wouldn't mind seeing the Crow brought forward, But they did just a terrible freaking job of doing it. Like nobody wants to see that.
And but the thing about it was, it's not that they did a terrible job doing it. They did a terrible job, and they used the Eric Draven character that was Brandon Lee's. That's where the bigger problem came for everybody, even me.
That's like the whole thing with Black Panther. That's almost the problem to me, is that like you still see people like I'm gonna again. I hate to tangent like this, but I'm just going to anyway. Like because of how little we've seen of Black Panther, even though we've seen him in 3 movies from now, there are still disrespectful people out there that say that Batman would beat him in a 1-on-1 fight. And you don't seem to understand how not true that fucking is. Bro, you don't get how not true that is. Listen, Black Panther would beat the brakes off of him 10 out of 10 times, and it wouldn't be close. It wouldn't be fucking close.
First of all, let's be clear. Without the suit.
Yeah, like it's not close.
Without the suit, he will whoop on his ass. Like
it's not close.
And let's be clear, my preppers. First of all, Batman doesn't have as much money as Tony Stark. And T'Challa has way more money than Tony Stark. So whose money? The Tekkers run off of the money.
And like, but they also forget though. They also forget though. Again, I hate the word tangenting on this, but like they say the whole Batman had a prep plan for everybody in the Justice League. Black Panther had the same prep plan for everybody in Marvel. He was prepared to take down anybody in Marvel at one point in time in the comic books. He's that guy. So don't sit there and talk about prep time.
Yep, and he knows who Batman is.
He'll see him and beat him with his own utility belt to death.
Yep.
It's like I don't
across his knee.
Belt to ass.
In Wayne Manor. In the front
lawn. All right, let's get at these comments.
Anyway, when you so Fatal said, when you guys suggested Jade the wrestler, I was gonna say I brought it up too. I have it up here.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's
I
it.
got you.
That works.
Oh my god.
Yeah, if that's not your Storm in the MCU, I don't know what you're doing, Marvel. I don't even know if she could act.
I don't care.
Acting classes.
I don't care.
Listen, man.
Listen.
I'm kind of locked in on WWE right now. She's doing good.
She don't need to act. She don't even need to talk. They could just have her on screen. You could have the lady who did the original voice in X-Men 97. Yeah. Let her do the dub. Let her do the dub.
Bro, I was even gonna say just put her in a room with Allison Seeley Smith for like 6 months and just let look this lady.
Let it osmose.
Look this lady right here. This is the Storm actor. This lady right here. Put her in a room with her for 6 months. She'll know the fucking role. I promise you.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's that. See Lord, that right there?
Mercy.
That
God
right
bless.
There.
Lord.
She would they wouldn't. Nobody would know what to do with this in Marvel. They'd be like, "What the fuck am I looking at?"
No one knows what to do with this in the world.
No, I know
what's crazy. It's crazy. Also, T'Challa is the second or third smartest person in Marvel. It's facts. Yes.
Mic check, 1, 2, 1, 2.